Hey everybody, it's True Sims here, back with another mod review. So the mod that I want to go over in this video is really cool. I've played with it a few times now in a few of my saves, and it just adds a lot of realism to the game, and frankly, it adds a lot more difficulty to the game, which some players really like. Like, I really like it when mods add stuff that will add a little bit more challenge to my game and make it a little bit more realistic. So I'm currently playing with my current household. This is Serena and Juniper. If you guys have been keeping up with my current household updates, the house that they're living in and all that stuff is very different. I will be filming a current household update fairly soon to get you guys caught up to speed on like what's been going on with Serena, because she's made quite a few changes and she's doing really well now. So the mod that I want to go over is called a career finder mod. It's by Zero. I used it right after Serena graduated from university. She got her communications degree and I used it to get her a job. And so she's currently level 5 of the public relations career. She's a community manager. So I have played quite a bit after that, but let me jump into the mod description to give you guys an overview of what exactly this mod changes. So like I said, this is a job finding mod by Zero. It's really good. I will link everything down in the description below as usual. I'm not sure if this is glitching out at all, like with the new patch that came out for rent. I don't think it is. Like, I haven't had any major issues that I can like specifically attribute to this mod, but I think it works just fine. So let me just read the description real quick. The goal is to make looking for a job more interesting and a little bit harder. This is now a vanilla plus mod, meaning it adds on top of maxes without replacing or changing what's there already. It adds a system of job postings before you get into a career without touching the existing careers in any way. Instead of just like opening up the career selector, you will now get job postings. And this is what the job postings will look like. And we'll look at them in game. I'm planning to play with Juniper a little bit and see what it looks like. But basically, you get these like little pop-ups for different jobs that are available. So you can't just like join any job that you want anymore. It's what's available. And you can either contact the employer or send your resume. It also unlocks an employment exploring skill, which is really cool. And it also affects how likely it is that certain jobs will show up when you look through postings. This skill also affects how many postings you can browse, how well your sim will do in job interviews, and how their resume will look. So as you move up in the skill, as you can see, you can get like different amounts of job opportunities that you can browse. And like, this means that if you continue looking, those will go down until you can't look anymore. You can only browse up to 6 on the max skill, after which you can't look for another job for 24 sim hours. I don't know, I just really like how it's not immediate anymore. Like, you actually have to kind of put some work in to get a job in The Sims. Otherwise, honestly, it can be a little too easy to make money in The Sims. Never thought I'd say that. So once you get this pop-up, you can either contact the employer or send a resume. I think that you can only write a resume once you're like a few levels up in the employment exploring skills. If you contact the employer, you might be offered a job interview, which I'm not 100% if you're always offered a job interview. If you do get a job interview, like, you can either go now, so your sim will immediately go to the rabbit hole, or you can go later and you'll have 12 hours to fulfill that. And then you get these pop-ups. So it's like these chance things. You have to answer the questions in order to try and like maximize your potential. So either you'll make a good impression or you can make a bad impression, and the interview will either go well or not go well. In addition, low-level employment exploring skill can hurt you, but high level can help you. You'll have to wait a couple of days after taking the interview to get your results, and you can't look for another job during that time, which is one thing that I do kind of wish that would change. I wish you could kind of put your sim into multiple jobs at a time, because that is very realistic. It can take a long time if your sim doesn't get the first job that they go through the process for. If you do accept a job, you'll go right into the career. So that's how like the contact employer option works. Whereas you can also send a resume, like I said, so you can only write one at level 3 of the employment exploring skill. So it takes some time to even be able to do that. But once you do, you can send more than one at once, which is definitely a plus. And the better your resume, the more likely you are to get hired. And once the message is sent, the company will call back within 72 hours. The resume is dependent on the employment exploring skill, how good you are at writing, and how much experience you have. So with work experience, there's 7 main categories for it. So these are all of them. There's artistic expressions and imagination, commerce and enterprise, exploration and scientific endeavors, legal advocacy and governance, physical excellence and athleticism, showbiz and performance art, and technological mastery and innovation. So if you have a lot of experience in the jobs area and a good education, then you have a better chance of getting into the job you're applying for. You can also take professional courses, but they are very expensive. It's 900 simoleons per professional course. Volunteering, part-time work, and freelancing all give you more experience as you move up in the job ladder. Owning a business also gives you experience. Teens, while excluded from the finding job system, can both level up the skill and get experience in a field with part-time jobs and after-school activities. In addition, university students and adults have the option to attend professional courses, but you can't do it while also having like a part-time job. They also have skill books for the new skill, and there is a debug menu, which is great, like if you need to cheat something. So that is the general mod overview. Let's jump in with Juniper and see if we can find him a job. So like I said, I already played this through with Serena. She had wanted a job in the PR career. That's why she went to school for communications, and she did well in the interview, but it was like, I did make some bad choices. Like it was the first time I had ever played with the mod, and I was so stressed out. So Juniper is currently a nanny. He's level 2, which I think that's good experience. He doesn't have a degree from university, and skills wise, he has a lot of level 1 skills. His parenting, fitness, programming, and wellness are level 2, and his video gaming and mischief are level 3. Let's go ahead and through the phone try and find him a job. Okay, so this is what the pop-up looks like. So we immediately got like a chef option, and we only have 2 job opportunities left to browse. We cannot send a resume yet, even though this option is here, because we've only just acquired the employment exploring skill, so we don't even have a resume. I think I'm gonna continue looking because frankly I don't see him as a chef. So let's look at the next one and see what we get. Oh, I think this is an interior design one. I don't see him as very creative, to be honest, so I'm gonna continue looking. And keep in mind, this is our last one we can browse for the next 24 sim hours, and for the purposes of this mod review, I'm gonna just take what we get. Okay, it is a gardening opportunity. I don't think we're gonna get this. We might have to wait another 24 hours. Nope. Okay, so this is what happens if we're absolutely not qualified. Thank you for reaching out to us regarding the job position. We appreciate your interest in joining our team. Unfortunately, we have decided to move forward with other candidates whose qualifications more closely align with the specific needs of the role at this time. This is so realistic. So we would have to wait another 24 sim hours, so till 9 p.m. tomorrow in order to get it. And this is the pop-up that happens. It's been a bit of a bumpy road in the job search, but don't lose heart just yet. Remember, setbacks are just stepping stones. Yeah, so this is what happens if you try to get it before the 24 hours is up. Let me see if I can look at the debug menu. Let's see, 0 cheats job finding. We can cheat resume. We can cheat work experience. Never fail contacting employers. So that would take out that first pop-up we saw. Remove all cooldowns, reset look for job counter, test find job. So these are all test options. We can also unlock the original career selection. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cooldown. Let's see if that works as intended. Awesome, so it did work as intended. And we got another chef pop-up. So I wonder if like we use that cheat, it gives us the exact same ones. I mean, let's continue looking. If we get an interior design one, then we probably just get the same ones every time. Oh no, now we have the social media career, or whatever this is called, the PR thing that Serena does. I could see him doing that, but I'm gonna continue looking. Let's see if we can actually get the criminal career, because it did pop up for us. Let's contact the employer. We do have a high mischief skill. Are you serious? Okay, let's reset the cooldown again. Okay, we got a acting career, or is that center stage? Oh wait, seeking stars of charisma, masters of spectacle, and virtuosos of fun to light up. So the entertainer career. I mean, let's just contact. I'm just gonna contact as many as I can at this point. Oh my god, we're not getting anything. We're not getting any callbacks. This is ridiculous. Okay, amazing. We finally got a callback for cooking of all things, which I'm really, really surprised about. But we're gonna go to the job interview now. So while he's at the interview, we get these pop-ups. And like I said, they're like chance cards, and we have to pick what we think is best. So for this, as Juniper steps into the office for his job interview, he feels a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The interviewer sits across the desk, ready to assess his suitability for the position. I think we should make a humorous connection and see we got a positive impression. Juniper notices the interviewer has a mischievous grin on their face. They explain that they have a surprise challenge for him designed to test his adaptability and quick thinking. How about we do a creative approach? Okay, that was also the good choice. Here, as the interview progresses, the interviewer presents Juniper with an unexpected communication challenge. They want to assess his ability to convey complex ideas clearly and effectively to different audiences. I think we should do adapted explanation. Yes. Amazing. We're actually acing this interview. Okay, let's see. Just when he thought the interview was reaching its end, the interviewer presents Juniper with a crisis management scenario. They explain that they want to evaluate his ability to handle unexpected challenges, make quick, effective decisions under pressure. I think we're gonna do innovative solution. Oh my god. We actually got all positives. That's never happened before. Oh, we got a miscommunication mishap. Okay, as Juniper discusses his qualifications and experiences, a miscommunication arises. His response doesn't align with what the interviewer was expecting to hear. His inability to convey his strengths effectively might have cost him valuable points. We still have more. Oh my god, I thought that was the last chance pop-up. So that like miscommunication mishap happened to me before, and we didn't get the job in that case. So I am a little bit worried that we're not gonna get the job now. So they want to evaluate our time management skills, completing a series of questions within a limited time frame. Pressure is on. His ability to balance efficiency and accuracy is put to the test. Let's do, oh no. I tried swift execution, but that was a bad choice. I think I spoke too soon. I was like, oh my god, I'm doing all the like positive things. And then I immediately screwed up. So when we're done with the interview, this is what we get. Exiting the interview room, Juniper finds himself unsure about how things went. The conversation had its ups and downs, and the interviewer's expressions were difficult to read. While he managed to convey his qualifications and experiences, it's unclear whether he made a lasting impression. The interview appears to have been neither exceptionally good nor particularly bad. I don't know what exactly causes that chance pop-up about the miscommunication mishap. I wonder if it has something to do with your qualifications. I feel like that might be the case because he definitely doesn't have any cooking experience. I was thinking like for the actual storyline, I kind of want to make him a teacher, but that's the thing, like you can't really control that anymore. It's like based on what jobs are available, and that is very realistic. I will say I kind of wish there was a way like you could potentially reach out to an employer whose job wasn't available, because that is something that, you know, you can do in real life. Like you can, if there's an employer you're really interested in, you can always contact them directly regardless of whether they have a job posting open, and just ask like, hey, do you have any teacher positions available or whatever it may be. So I kind of wish that was something like that they had added into the mod, just to like kind of expand the ability to play with certain storylines. But I guess it is pretty realistic to kind of maybe have to take a job that you don't necessarily want. Like in this case, it would be him doing a cooking job because it was the only thing available. Like that's also fairly realistic. So, you know, it's like I'm half and half on that. Like I said, the one thing that I do definitely wish you could do like prior to writing a resume and being able to send in multiple resumes is like contact multiple employers and be able to look for multiple jobs at the same time, even if you don't have the resume unlocked yet. I do think that having that option would be really helpful for storyline purposes as well. I'm gonna have Juniper get up and see if there's anything in the cheat menu we can use to speed up the decision, because I actually don't know. Okay, so we can get job interviews results. It even tells us like how much time there is left. 2,528.04 minutes. I love that. That's so funny to me. I don't know why. But we will go ahead and get the job interview results. So what happens in the game, even if you don't use the cheats, is that you get this little pop-up. Juniper should check if he heard back from the job he applied for. So like you can always check through the phone. There's always, after you take an interview, there's this option to check for responses, but like when you get this pop-up, it means that you have an actual result to hear. Oh my god, we got the job. I'm not gonna lie, I had no faith, or like 20% faith in me and Juniper. So this is what we get. We can either accept or ignore the job offer. Bon appetit, congratulations, as the culinary field is where your flair for cooking and love of food will be put to good use. Get ready to cook up some tasty treats, design some beautiful edible art, and fill the bellies of all the Sims around. Your adventure in the kitchen can now begin. We're gonna switch over to that, and we have our new job. As Zero said, there's no change to these jobs once you are in them. However, I actually have noticed with Serena, she's getting promoted like insanely quickly. I'm not sure if that's based on the mod or just like maybe because she has a university degree or something that speeds it up, but it's just like it's crazy how fast her performance goes up and how quickly she gets promoted. In that vein, I will say for university degrees, a big thing about the university degrees is that they put you really high up in the career immediately after you graduate and like look for a job. If you do it without this mod, you'll start the career in a really high position is what I'm trying to say. And with this mod, that didn't happen. Like Serena graduated with her communications degree, but she started at the bottom of the career and has been working her way up. But like I said, the promotions are happening so fast. I don't know. She got promoted twice or like 3 times after 3 days of work. It was insane. She's getting a promotion every single day of work. So yeah, like for me personally, I think it's more realistic. Like in real life, a university degree is not necessarily going to get you like a really high level in a career. You know, you're probably still going to get a junior level, entry level position and have to work your way up even though you have a degree. So I'm fine with that change. Some people may not be, because after putting your Sims through university, you may just want them to start out high, and that's completely understandable. So that's something to keep in mind about the integration with university degrees if you do end up getting this mod. All in all, for this mod, I would say, like personally for me, it is a must-have because I just love that extra process it adds to the game. There are a few changes, like I said, that I personally would have wished for or would wish for going forward for this mod to add a little bit more realism and be a little bit more integrated with potential storylines for your sim, but I still think it's a really cool mod and a really well made mod that if you are looking for more realism in your game, definitely get it. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. Definitely comment your thoughts down below on this mod. Are you gonna get it? What do you think about the features of the mod? Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I always reply to all of my comments, so please do. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps to support my channel, and I'd love for you guys to stick around. Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned for more about Serena and Juniper and little baby Corey, and I will see you later. Bye guys.